Borthakur IAS Academy, an endeavor of excellence.
Borthakur IAS Academy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. I'm your friend Atrey, and today I'm here with another segment of Current Affairs 365 dated 30th of June 2021. This is your one-stop solution for any news and updates which will help you prepare for your civil services examination, and along with that it is also going to be beneficial for any other Assam state government services. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. The first news is about completion of 1 year of the Pradhan Mantri Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises scheme. This particular scheme was launched under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and it completed 1 year on 29th of June. Currently, this scheme is being implemented in 35 states and union territories. The nodal ministry here is Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Some of the important features of this scheme includes the one district, one product approach. Here the states would identify food products for districts, keeping in view the existing clusters as well as availability of raw materials. And this approach could be a perishable produce based or cereal based, which will be widely produced in that particular area. Okay, for example, mango, potato, millet, pickle, etc. Other focus areas includes waste to wealth products, then minor forest products, and also aspirational districts. Then the academic and research institutions under the Ministry of Food Products Industries, Food Processing Industries, they will tie up with the state level technical institutions, and in turn this collaboration would provide support for training of units, product development, then appropriate packaging as well as machinery for micro units. Next, the existing individual micro food processing units, they will be upgraded as credit linked capital subsidy at 35% of the eligible project cost, and here the maximum ceiling will be rupees 10 lakh per unit. Also, initial funding of rupees 40,000 per self-help group will be provided, which for working capital and for purchases of small tools. The implementation period of this scheme will be over 5 years, starting from 2020 to 2021 to the year 24 to 25. Then this scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme with an outlay of rupees 10,000 crore, and here the expenditure under the scheme would be shared in 60:40 ratio between the central as well as the state government, and this ratio will be 90:10 for the northeastern and Himalayan states. The unorganized food processing sector, comprising nearly 25 lakh units, contributes to around 74% of employment in the food processing sector. This is why this particular scheme is of prime importance at this point of time. Moreover, the unorganized food processing sector, they faces a number of challenges which limits their performance as well as their growth. These challenges includes lack of access to modern technology and equipment, lack of proper training, then excess of institutional credit, lack of basic awareness on quality control of products, and also because of lack of branding and marketing skills. If we look at the current status of Indian food industry, then Indian food and grocery market is world's 6th largest, with retail contributing to 70% of the sales, and the Indian food processing industry, it accounts for 32% of the country's total food market, which is one of the largest industries in India and is 5th ranked in terms of production, consumption, export and expected growth. This contributes around 8.80 and 8.39% of the GVA, that is gross value added, in manufacture and agriculture respectively. Other schemes which are related to food processing includes the production linked incentive scheme for food processing industry. This particular scheme was discussed in one of our previous analysis. This scheme aims to give companies incentives on incremental sales from products manufactured in domestic units. Then next one is the mega food park scheme. This is also discussed in the earlier analysis. This mega food park create modern infrastructure facilities for food processing along the value chain from farm to market, with strong forward as well as backward linkages through a cluster based approach. So these schemes both the Mega Food Park Scheme as well as the Product Linked Incentive Scheme, along with this PM Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises Scheme. These are important if you all are aiming for the Agriculture Department exam. Okay, any government scheme which is related to agriculture should be considered if anyone is appearing for these exams. Secondly, we have the energy compacts. Okay, the National Thermal Power Corporation Limited has become the first energy company in India to declare its energy compact goal as a part of United Nations high-level dialogue on energy. So the United Nations is all set to convene a high-level dialogue in September 2021 in order to promote the implementation of the energy related to goals and targets of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. NTPC is India's largest power generating company which works under the Ministry of Power. Now coming to these energy compacts, this will provide a platform to unite and connect commitments and actions of the member states. Energy compacts are being mobilized by the UN Energy and will continue to be mobilized and updated throughout the current decade of action. These are ongoing commitments with clear underlying actions which will advance the progress on one or more of the SDG number 7's 3 core targets. The SDG 7, it calls for affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all by 2030, and the 3 core targets includes access to energy, renewable energy and energy efficiency. Since affordable clean energy is a prerequisite for achieving all the other SDGs and the Paris Agreement, thus the actions defined in an energy compact can be directly linked to nationally determined contributions which are being considered as SDG acceleration action. The main difference between energy compact and the nationally determined contribution is that these NDCs, they address member states' national climate ambitions and targets which are legally required under the Paris Agreement, focusing on a country's emission profile. However, this EC includes a variety of voluntary commitments, actions and initiatives which are mainly focused on the energy system and the Sustainable Development Goal number 7. It is open to all the stakeholders in the global movement on SDG 7, including businesses, organizations as well as subnational authorities. The energy sector continues to be the most significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions globally, which continuing a trend aligned with industrialization. Therefore, it is very important to focus on these commitments of energy compacts. Okay. Now, coming to the energy compact goals of NTPC, it has set a target to install 60 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity by the year 2030. It is also aiming at 10% reduction in net energy intensity by 2032. Moreover, it has declared that it will form at least 2 international alliances or groups to facilitate clean energy research and promote sustainability in the energy value chain by the year 2025. The next news is about successful test fire of Agni Prime, which is a new generation nuclear capable ballistic missile. This was successfully test fired by the DRDO from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha, Balasore. Agni P is a new generation advanced variant of the Agni class under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, and it is a canisterized missile. Canisterization of missiles is a process that reduces the time required for their launch, and also it improves its storage and mobility. So the range capability is between 1000 and 2000 km for Agni Prime. Many other advanced technologies have also been included, okay, which includes the composites, then propulsion systems, innovative guidance and control mechanisms, etc. So it would further strengthen India's credible deterrence capabilities. In comparison to other Agni class missiles, Agni P has improved parameters including accuracy and maneuvering. There are different missiles, okay, a range of missiles under this Agni range, and they are the mainstay of India's nuclear launch capability. Of all the other varieties which are available, Agni 5 is the longest of the Agni series. It is an intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of over 5000 km. The Integrated Guided Missile Development Program was conceived by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to enable India attain self-sufficiency in the field of missile technology. It was approved by the Government of India in the year 1983 and it got completed in March 2012. The next news is about construction of the BAIHETAN Dam, which is all set to become the world's second biggest hydropower dam. The Three Gorges Dam is the largest hydropower dam in the world and is also along China's Yangtze River. Its operation began in the year 2003. So now coming to this dam, China has put into operation the BAIHETAN Dam, which is world's second biggest hydropower dam, and it will be on the river Jinsha, which is a tributary of Yangtze. I hope you all remember that Yangtze is the longest river of Asia. Now this dam has been built with a total installed capacity of 16,000 megawatt. It will eventually be used to generate enough electricity per day once to meet the power needs of around 5 lakh people for an entire year. It is a part of the Chinese efforts to curb surging fossil fuel demand by building more hydropower capacity. And this news comes at a time when other dams have fallen out of favor in other countries due to environmental complaints like flooding farmland, then disruption of the ecology of rivers, threatening the population of fishes and other species, etc. China's pledge in 2020 to reach carbon neutrality by 2060 has also added urgency to the construction of this particular dam. Other upcoming projects of China includes the mega dam in Tibet's Medong country, which is set to surpass the Three Gorges Dam in size. And this has been described by analysts as a threat to the Tibetan cultural heritage and also a way for Beijing to effectively control a substantial portion of India's water supply. They are planning to build this mega dam on the lower reaches of Brahmaputra River. Brahmaputra is one of the longest rivers of the world and is known as Yarlung Tsangpo in China. So this river, it originates in Himalayas, Tibet, okay, and it enters India through Arunachal Pradesh, finally passing through Assam and Bangladesh, and it empties itself in the Bay of Bengal. So the impact of dams on China's portion of the Mekong has also raised fears that an irreversible damage might be done upon the waterway, which feeds around 60 million people downstream as it winds through the Vietnamese delta. So the major concerns here will be on the field in fields of agriculture, water resources, as well as ecological impact. Okay, because a huge dam like the mega dam on Brahmaputra, it could hold back the massive amount of silt which is being carried by the rivers, and this could affect farming in the areas downstream. Along with that, India is also worried about release of water during monsoon when northeastern states like Assam, they experiences flood. And change in the flow rate during times of standoff between countries is another cause of concern. Specifically, we can take the example of 2017 Doklam border standoff between India and China, when China stopped communication of water flow levels from its dams. Then coming to the ecological impact, the ecosystem of Himalayan region is already on the decline. Several species of flora and fauna are endemic to this part of the world, and some of them are critically endangered. It could have disastrous consequences in this ecologically sensitive zone, right? And along with that, the massive engineering projects, they have also displaced hundreds of people belonging to the local communities and have prompted concern in the neighboring countries also. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another session of Current Affairs 365 only on Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Borthakur IAS Academy. প্রস্তুতি আৰু অধ্যয়নৰ নিৰ্ভৰযোগ্য ঠিকনা
Borthakur IAS Academy.